$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Hey, where you at? You know, wherever you're at, you can hear us. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're like, wait a minute. I can hear you wherever I'm at. Yeah, if you have the radio.com app on your smartphone, or if you got a computer at the house and you got radio.com on there, hey, hell, if you have a smart speaker, you can also get us too. I mean, you can get us pretty much everywhere you are. So if you want to get that app on your phone, just download it, man. Radio.com, and you can stream the rock wherever you go.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to B-Migs, but it's Wednesday, so let's whack 'em instead. Yeah.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Woo!
Whack it.
We got our own in-studio Mr. Wacky, Mr. Steve over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, it gives a little curly there. Whoop, whoop. Or was that an ICP whoop whoop?
I think I was leaning more towards ICP.
Nice.
I'm not sure why I did that.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the juggalos and juggalettes.
And the curlyettes, too. Whoop, whoop. I love it. The old schools.
Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Sean in Tacoma. Sean, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice. All right, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. For those playing at home, Sean will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Sean, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Which well-known actor played the captain of the fishing boat in the movie The Perfect Storm?
Pass.
Which city is the setting for the Clint Eastwood movie Dirty Harry?
Dirty. Oh, no, I've never seen it.
Oh, would you like that? Okay. Curtis James Jackson III is better known as what rapper? What year of the early 90s did Mrs. Doubtfire come out?
91, 92, 93.
93, yes. Cyanide is often said to have the bitter aroma of what nut?
Can you repeat that?
Cyanide is said to have the bitter aroma of what nut?
Hazelnut?
No.
Almond?
Yes.
Nice.
The logo on a traditional Jack Daniels bottle is mainly what color?
White?
No.
Brown?
No.
Pass.
How many strikes in a row earns you a perfect game in regular 10-pin bowling?
3.
No.
Wow.
And Sean gets 2 correct.
Sean knows a lot about nothing.
He knows how to pass.
I mean, you covered a lot of different places, so I can't blame the fact that you weren't in a sweet spot anywhere.
I kind of went all over there, yeah.
Sean is Sean. What is your knowledge, expertise? Your what do you got? What do you know stuff about?
I know a lot about driving and mechanics.
All right.
That's something we don't know anything about at all. So there you go. That's why we don't ask those questions.
Yeah. Sean, what we need to do is you send me some driving and mechanics questions, and then I'll call you, and then we can maybe get so you.
I like
more
that plan.
answers.
Yeah, because Rev could go search him for himself, but what's come on.
Is that going to be a new theme for B-Mix? Whoever I go up against, they write the questions?
Yeah. Well, if they want to have a chance, yes.
Yeah, I mean, because, really, some people are not doing that well.
Wasn't a great score.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, are you ready? Yes! Which well-known actor played the captain of the fishing boat in the movie The Perfect Storm?
Huh?
Which well-known actor played the captain?
Tom Hanks?
No.
Liam Neeson?
No.
Sigourney Weaver?
No. Which city is the setting for the Clint Eastwood movie Dirty Harry?
Los Angeles?
No.
Hollywood?
No.
New York?
No. Curtis James Jackson III is better known as what
50 Cent.
rapper? Yes.
This is fitting.
What year of the early 90s did Mrs. Doubtfire
91.
come out? No.
92?
No.
1990?
No. Cyanide is often said to have the bitter aroma of what nut?
You'll do it for me.
I know.
It's almond.
Yes.
Yeah.
The logo on a traditional Jack Daniels bottle is mainly what color?
Red?
No.
White?
No.
Logo. Damn it. Black.
Yes.
Good job.
How many strikes in a row earns you a perfect game in regular 10-pin bowling?
10.
No.
11.
No.
9.
No.
12?
Yeah. Mallard and ruddy are species of what bird?
Pelicans.
No.
Pigeons?
No.
Penguins.
No. And Steve?
Roosters.
No.
they're ducks.
You get 3 correct. And you win!
Unbelievable.
3-2.
Oh, Sean.
Sorry, Sean, you got whacked.
It was close, Sean.
Yeah,
it could have been
closer than I thought, man.
Yeah.
Whack it.
Sorry,
If
buddy.
I would have got that last question, I would have had it.
Oh, so you got to pass like a
Didn't get
mo.
to it. Yeah.
Pass like a mo. Take it easy, Johnny.
Simply the best.
Yeah. He knows about it, so he knows about birds, maybe hunting.
Yeah. All right. Do you know what a mallard and a ruddy are?
I said a duck. You said duck.
You did say duck. Okay.
Yeah.
And now that you said it, I know it.
Yeah. And I feel like you would know that if you're a hunter. I mean, unless you really care about ducks, but I feel like if you go duck hunting, you will know different kind of ducks.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You figured out it was 12 strikes in a row that earned you a perfect game.
I thought it was 11. And I don't know why.
Yeah,
but I went
because whenever you
backwards.
roll a strike, you get basically score 2 more shots. You get
At
2
the
more
very
rolls.
end, at the very end.
Just
the
in
last-
general, you always count the 2 rolls like in your previous. That's how it works.
I don't know. I don't know how
You don't know bowling goes, but yeah. So it's like you get to your next 2 will actually add to that frame that you had bowled a strike on. That's why you get the extra 2 at the end.
All right.
The first 2 questions were stumpers, and I was kind of surprised about that. Anybody know who the captain is from The Perfect Storm?
Yeah, that's Maddie, isn't it?
Who's Maddie?
Matt Damon? It's not Matt Damon?
No, it is not.
Is it Mark Wahlberg?
No, it is not.
Ben Stiller.
No, it is not.
Oh,
so
The
people do
Perfect
not know
Storm.
this.
Wow.
Antonio Banderas.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he is still alive.
That's not who I thought.
And he had
were those guys I mentioned in the movie at least?
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought Matt Damon
Leonardo
was in A
DiCaprio.
Perfect Storm.
No, he was only in one boat movie, and that was Titanic.
Was it George Clooney?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. For some reason, I just remembered Clooney, but he was like my last guess.
Yeah, I
So
know.
we pull up The Perfect Storm and see who the hell's in it. I
Mark
thought
Wahlberg.
It was.
So it was. So Marky Mark wasn't.
It was
John
Marky.
C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly's in it.
Yeah.
Comedy?
No. The Perfect Storm is about a bad storm that happened.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
oh, well,
Interesting.
spoiler: the boat sinks.
Yeah.
The city that is the setting for the Clint Eastwood movie Dirty Harry.
Is that Detroit?
No, it was
Dallas.
Steve was close when it was the West Coast.
San Francisco.
Yes.
Oh, really? He's a San Francisco copper.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know why. I thought it was Detroit.
Yeah, no idea. But
I guess because I only think that people kick ass dirty everywhere in Detroit.
In Detroit.
I never think San Francisco, but I mean, they had a whole cop show, The Streets of San Francisco, back in the day.
Yeah, and
so why not?
Yeah, and they always had fun doing like the chase scenes on the hill.
Oh,
that
that's
weird, crazy
right.
hill.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Congratulations, Steve. You won.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so this is, of course, Back to the Future Day.
What?
Why is it Back to the Future Day?
I think was this the date 10/21 when Back to the Future 2? But today is back. I saw today's Back to the Future Day. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
October 21st.
Yeah, is that the date that was set?
Originally travels to the past and sets it in motion.
Yeah.
So he goes back in time, October 21st, 19...
is that 54?
Oh, that's what it was.
55.
Okay, so that was the time he goes back in the past. I always confuse that with the time that he went to the future, but we know that's already happened, the future date that he picked in 2. Here's the thing you didn't know is that Marty McFly almost wasn't Michael J. Fox. It actually could have been Ben Stiller. He actually did audition for the role of Marty McFly.
Wasn't there someone else that was a big name? That
Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz, yeah.
I knew about Eric
That's
Stoltz.
where I thought you were going with this. I didn't know Ben Stiller. Wow.
Didn't he film a few scenes and then they decided to switch him out?
Yeah.
And and sometimes you just have your audition. You don't even get the scenes, and that's what happened with Ben. And there's an ultimate set of Back to the Future coming out, the Ultimate Trilogy, which I thought we already had the Ultimate Trilogy. My God, I'd be so upset if I kept buying all the new Back to the Future trilogy sets they come out with.
Do I have to buy a new one now? Damn.
Yeah. Well, you got all that extra footage. Apparently, also like C. Thomas Howell, Billy Zane, and John Cryer also auditioned.
John Cryer, wow, from 2.5 Men.
I could see John Cryer at the time.
Yeah.
Being Marty McFly.
So here's what Ben Stiller's audition sounded like for, and we have the video, too, on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
The square is mine.
Lorraine, lately I've come to the conclusion that I don't know anything about my parents.
Why are you so nervous?
Well, have you ever been in a situation where, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you're not sure you can really go through with it?
Like when you're out on a first date with someone?
Well, sort of.
That's so weird seeing and hearing him.
And he's so young.
He's so much younger.
So young looking.
And his voice sounds younger.
It sounds younger, but it also kind of sounds like I was having flashbacks of Meet the Parents.
Okay.
It was the Meet the Parents character playing Marty McFly.
Yeah. See, because I was hearing those lines, and I know those lines from the movie. My mind was mashing his voice with Michael J. Fox's voice at times.
Nice.
Yeah. It is weird to think, though, that they would have picked anybody else. Michael J. Fox was the hottest thing at the time, and all those names we mentioned, nobody knew who the hell they were.
John Cryer.
John Cryer back in the 80s? What do we know him from?
He was in one of the Pretty in Pink, I think, maybe, or 16 Candles.
He was in one of those. He was like a teen heartthrob guy.
I don't think I realized that about John Cryer. I don't know if he was as popular as Michael J. Fox, but at least John Cryer, okay, that makes sense. But the rest of them?
Yeah, I don't know before Back to the Future which one was more popular. Because, Michael J. Fox before Back to the Future, what was it? Just
it was a TV show.
It was a TV show.
Family Ties.
Oh, yeah, what the hell is that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alex Keaton is who you're thinking.
Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah,
that's it. And Mallory.
I think he was more popular than John Cryer at the time. He was huge.
Yeah, John Cryer was Ducky in Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, honestly,
iconic role, I gotta say.
It is.
Yeah, but would you say out of the Brat Pack, John Cryer was the one that everybody remembers?
No.
Michael J. Look, I was in my 20s, so I'm telling you, Michael J. Fox was huge. So that's why it's nice they gave everybody these auditions, but I think there's no way you don't give it to Michael J. Fox if he can half act.
But the funny part is, if let's just say it was with John Cryer and it became a success, we'd be looking back like, could you imagine Michael J. Fox in that role? It's whoever is in the role and we just grow up, watching is going to be the one that we can only imagine being that character.
I like the idea that they show us audition reels of other people and putting them in these deleted scenes or whatever. I think that's really, really cool. They probably never thought anybody would want to see these, but I find it fascinating to see other people trying to play these characters. So it's worth it to see it, I suppose, if you want to get that audition, or you can just
just wait till it shows up on YouTube or Instagram like that one.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Not a drop. How much is this damn box set?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Probably
now on Blu-ray, and I don't even have a Blu-ray player. So that's the point.
And then there's supposedly even a better HD than that. I don't know if they're like the 4K. Yeah, the 4K Blu-ray now. Your regular Blu-ray don't cut it.
Ultra HD Blu-ray, whatever thingies.
Your Blu-ray don't cut it no more, buddy.
Yeah, I want to drop $42.99 for this.
Is that what it's costing?
Yeah.
Did you say only 42?
Only $42.99.
Wow. Okay.
That's not too bad, actually.
The Ultimate Trilogy.
I guess for 3 movies, though. It is 3 movies.
If you're a super fan, that's a decent deal. Honestly, I thought this was going to be $100.
Same.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like,
but I want to know how many of these they've released. Because I know that when they had the anniversary, right?
Yeah, the 35th anniversary trilogy.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have.
That's so frustrating. It's like, come on,
There's
America.
so many.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess. I mean, I buy all the Star Wars stuff, so I can't really say anything. I own every version of the Star Wars movies.
Do you really?
I have the VHSs. I don't have the laser discs, but I have the VHSs.
Okay, yeah, my aunt had the laser disc back in the day, but I just recently got I got Star Wars and A New Hope and what's the second one? Empire Strikes Back. I got those unedited VHS from a friend for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And it was an old Christmas present, but I then found out that they also gave me a VCR so I could actually play them. So now I have a VCR.
Yeah.
I just got to plug it into a TV that might actually work.
There
I
you
don't
go,
even
buddy.
know if they even work anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if you know this, but we are considered one of the most important inventions of all time.
Clearly.
Oh, yeah. Now you're probably like, what the hell does that even mean? Oh, I'll tell you. It's 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a new survey that ranked the most important inventions of all time, and radio. Oh, we were close. We just missed the top 10. We're the number 11 most cool invention of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Missed it by that much.
By that much.
That was better than us.
Stupid airplanes.
Oh, who needs those?
Yeah. Stupid anesthesia.
Who needs that?
Yeah. Stupid cars.
Listen to us. We'll put you to sleep, and then you can get your dental work done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, listen, we'll put you to sleep. That'll happen. That's pretty cool, though, man. I mean, we are the 11th most important invention of all time, which if you want to see, I remember seeing the invention of it sort of chronicalized in Downton Abbey, the British show, because they had wireless for the first time, and they called it wireless, and it was really cool to see people's response to radio. They were like, this is wrong. It's like you're taking the soul out of the person when you listen to them in this box. I mean, people did not have a good reaction to radio back in the day.
I never thought about what it would have been like to first experience that, because we've experienced some pretty cool technology in the last 20, 30 years of our time, but I feel like everything before us set the tone for what was going to happen afterwards. It wasn't like all of a sudden we were just handed this internet and been like, this is so weird, this information that's given to us through this machine, because we had television.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just the next step of technology, and to be a part of and witnessing the actual start of that technology would be weird.
Yeah, and my parents did witness the birth of television. Mm-hmm. They had never seen it before, and of course for me, I witnessed the birth of color TV.
See, I remember when CDs came out, and I was like, this is insane. You mean I don't need to use vinyl or cassettes, or 8-track was before my time.
Yeah.
But still knew okay, this is how we listen to music, so it wasn't that, it was crazy that you could have the music on something so small and thin. You remember they were you could run over it, it's indestructible.
Yeah, that wasn't
until people tried to destruct it, and they realized it's not indestructible.
Yeah.
Destructive.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty cool, man. A lot of great inventions on here. I gave you a couple of them. I give you a couple more, but obviously, some that didn't make this top 10, steam engine trains could have been on there.
Oh, sweet.
Cameras, the printing press. Oh, yeah, definitely.
What about hot tubs?
Hot tubs, yeah, not the top one. The top one, I think a lot of things can't happen without the top one. You guys want to take a shot?
Sliced bread.
A lot of things can't happen without sliced bread.
Yeah, a lot of sandwiches.
Toilet paper.
Listen,
The wheel.
Look, I hey, everyone's like, this is the greatest thing created ever since sliced bread.
You're right.
Truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would they say that if it wasn't true?
Because it's not true. Well, granted, sliced bread was amazing too, because you remember people used to bake it and they have to cut it out. It was a bit of a chore. So to be able to walk into a store and just get bread that's already sliced was a big thing back then.
Individually wrapped cheese.
Individually wrapped cheese. Wow, boy, you'd think that would have beat out helicopters and the boats and stuff, but no, it did not. Tractors and optical lenses. No, they did. No, it didn't do it. Optical lenses for a guy like me is huge. I will say that. That's like one of the greatest inventions because I couldn't do anything without them.
I mean, is the number one thing something boring like a light bulb?
Oh, you are so close. Light bulb was number 4, but the light bulb couldn't happen without this.
So boring.
Which is number 1.
Electricity?
Yeah, that's boring.
Sweet.
Bing, bing, bing.
Nice.
Yeah, which is why if you're a person that wants to be an electrician, I mean, we need electricity. Until we come out with some other power source that's totally reliable, I think electricians are always going to have jobs.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so that's the number 1 great invention, the most important invention of all time. That's true. We wouldn't have anything if not for electricity.
But that's not fun.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know.
The marvel of electricity is so boring.
Sorry, the hot tub wasn't the
hot tub should have been number 1.
You realize you couldn't have a hot tub without electricity. So, I mean, it really,
But electricity wouldn't be as awesome without a hot tub.
You could totally have a hot tub without electricity. Hello, fire.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you go ahead.
How are you going to do that, though?
You go ahead and do that, buddy.
You take a giant pot, you fill it with water, you put fire underneath it, and then you sit in it, and boom, you've got a hot tub.
Yeah,
it's more like now you're all of a sudden going to become stew.
Yeah, you're.
Well, I mean, different terms.
So what, you're going to have like a fire and then put a giant tub above the fire and hope that it heats it up?
Yeah.
Looks like a witch's cauldron.
Yeah,
totally.
I don't know how that'll work, but you go ahead and try it.
That seems like a recipe for so much disaster.
It surely does. So, Rev, I'm
all
all
350 for 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm all for your plan, as long as you're part of it.
Oh, great. It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
All right,
Traeger, that's the greatest.
Oh, the
invention.
Traeger's the best. Oh, yeah. For all you people that can't cook, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, we've got this survey. It ranked electricity as the most important invention of all time. There's some other ones on the list we'll tell you about. Radio came in at number 11. Woo, we win. So
what do we win?
Well, listen, TV was number 6, so I guess we didn't beat TV.
Rude.
Sorry. But how about you? You may be like Steve and think, something more fun is the most important invention of all time. So what do you think is indeed the most important invention that's ever been created? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls and texts after Nirvana on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, a new survey says that electricity, or technically harnessing electricity, is the number 1 most important invention of all time. Do you agree? If not, what do you think is the most important invention? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Steve in Edmond. Steve, you are on The Rock.
Hey, VJ.
Morning, Steve. What you got for us, buddy?
You remember, this is kind of like a 70s gig. I'm in my 60s now, but when the cameras first came out, you had to do that. You had to unroll it. You had to kind of do that little stick-em thing. But remember the photo huts that used to be? They only lasted probably 10 years at the most. But then the box cameras. But being able to drop your film off and pick it up 3 days later, man, and get those pictures.
So, Steve, and I agree that is an incredible thing for a bunch of photo bugs, but you don't think what lately has been done with digital photography is better?
Yeah, cameras now is just amazing. Yeah, that's a far above, definitely.
Because cameras didn't make the top 10, but they surely made the list of important inventions.
But I miss the old look of like when you took a picture with like one of those disposable cameras, just the way that it looked, the film, the quality. Like I have an app on my phone that does that, and I find myself liking the pictures of that, even though I'm using a higher quality cell phone picture thing. I'd much rather use that app. It's like Huji, Huji, and it makes everything look like the old school.
The old Polaroids?
No, not Polaroids, but like the disposable camera pictures.
Oh, really? And what is it you like about those pictures?
I just the warmth.
Oh,
or maybe it's the nostalgia. Like
yeah, retro.
Boom, this whole crew right here. Thinking you're in it.
Okay.
Boom. And then it even puts the timestamp on it, which I think is awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, let me what it looks like.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you mean. It definitely looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of just brings me back to the old days, man.
Yeah, look at you, man. Nicky nostalgia. But then again, it could be COVID that just makes us... I wonder if you'd care about that if not for COVID, or do you think you would?
I cared about it before COVID.
Whoa!
I learned about this hat from Superman.
What?
I don't know. The guy that dresses up as Superman, he just goes around the world and takes pictures.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah, I was on New Day Northwest, but this is a completely side thing. His name's Jonathan Bell. And he just dresses as Superman and just cheers people up by just showing up in random places and taking pictures of himself.
That's cool. And he uses that app?
Yeah, that's what got me turned on to it. If the Man of Steel is willing to use it, I figured it's good enough for me.
All right, if it's good enough for the Kid of Krypton, why not?
But I love like that look.
206-421-ROCK, Texas at 77999. Let's go to DJ in Tacoma. DJ, you are on the Rock.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
Not too bad, buddy. So how about you? What do you think is the most important invention of all time?
All right, so I may have to convince you on this one, BJ, but it's not an actual physical thing. I just think that the domestication of animals, such as, horses and livestock and whatnot, I think that's a huge invention for everybody, because without that, we wouldn't have a faster relief of transportation like riding horses and stuff, and then, food as well. It wouldn't be as readily available as it is now.
Yeah, it doesn't qualify as an invention, but definitely, I don't know, would you call it an innovation, whatever you'd call it. You're right. You're absolutely right. The way we used animals to get our food and farm and transport ourselves, you're absolutely right. That was huge, that we somehow in our brain thought we could take a wild creature and actually ride on top of it or attach things to it, and it wouldn't just go insane and wreck everything.
And I've been trying to ride a squirrel forever, and it still hasn't happened.
I don't even know what to say about that. DJ, good call. I don't know. It doesn't quite qualify as an invention.
Is that more like a mindset or like an evolution?
A discovery?
Innovation is what I like to call it.
I like innovation, too.
Yeah. Because arguably you could say irrigation falls under that. And then, in a way, isn't that an invention where they learned how to bring water where it wasn't to places where it was so that you
hell
could...
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean? Yeah, but it's not... Is that an innovation or an invention? Because the irrigation didn't even make the list, but that's like one of the older school things we did.
I like this one. My Roomba ain't got no time for that sweeping and vacuuming stuff.
Right? Like, seriously, that is one of the coolest things that we have in our house. Just a little robot that goes around and sweeps for us.
Yeah, my buddy Cooper's got a Roomba, and he's for the longest time I put Roombas with like the as seen on TV products. Like, okay, it's no different than like having a clapper. It's like it's like a novelty item until you meet someone that has a Roomba and like, no, actually this thing does great work.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I keep looking at it and thinking, man, do I want one of these? I don't have many hardwood. I don't have a lot of hardwood floor space, so I'm thinking I don't know if it's worth it or not. But then everybody who has a Roomba tells me how great it is.
We have a lot of hardwood laminate, so it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
they could probably make a Roomba to look like a droid from Star Wars.
Oh, they do.
Of course they do.
Yeah, of course
sorry,
they do.
Steve.
Yeah,
you got beat to the punch on that one too.
Yeah.
Damn it.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Bill in Lake Stevens. Bill, you are on the Rock.
Good morning, DJ. Good morning, Steve. Let's go Kraken.
Hell yeah, go Crack go.
By the way, if one of our listeners doesn't come up with number 2, I am going to be disappointed. Because number 2, I think, is obvious for our listeners as to why it was perhaps the most important invention of all time.
Oh, no pressure.
Yeah, Bill. I don't know if Phil's got it. Bill, what do you got?
Well, I had a problem with number 1, actually. I had a problem with it being the electricity, the harnessing of electricity and the electrical circuit, I think, should be up there as number 1 or an invention. Because without the electrical circuit being able to harness the power and put it where we want it, that, I think, was the more important invention. We wouldn't have lights. We wouldn't have motors. We wouldn't have transformers without that.
Well, that's on me, Bill, because actually number 1 does say electricity or technically harnessing electricity, and I didn't say that at first, but they absolutely agree with you. The harnessing of electricity and, like you said, the electrical circuit, that's what they're calling number 1. So you are right, sir. They've got your back.
Let's go with electrical motor then.
Electrical now you want to change it. First of all, you say it was number 1.
It's not good enough for him.
Wait, we're saying number 1, Bill.
Technically, the electrical motor is the circuit.
All right, listen, Bill, you're smarter than everybody on the show, so we're just going to go with this on that. I have no idea.
Bill, you win.
Yeah, you win, Bill. I don't even know what you're talking about. So Bill is probably he's the most important invention of all time.
How about this one? Maybe this is the right answer that you're thinking of.
Okay.
From Nathan, the electric guitar.
The electric guitar is not on any of these, the lists that I have in front of me. It could, I don't know if they have a top 100 or top 200, but it's...
Well, I just thought because you said the number 2 is something our listeners should know, and an electric guitar for a rock station seems to make sense to me.
Oh, good call. Right? I should say the listeners that talk to us should know. Let's go to Matt Monroe and see if Matt can figure out number 2. A tongue was the most important invention. Yeah, until we had the tongue, until man created the tongue, it was tough. All right, Maddie, do you get my clue? The listeners who talk to us should pick this as the number, because it's the number 2 most important invention.
This isn't a game. Like, he's going to give his pick. Now you're trying to have him guess what you think it should be.
Well, he can say what he wants, but I mean, I threw a little clue out there for people. Because you're not getting it. No one's getting it on the show, or maybe you are. You were trying to.
We got it.
Oh, you got it? You guys know? Yeah. Oh, look at Vicky Smarty. Well, don't answer.
Okay.
Don't answer. We'll see if the listeners get it. Matt, what you got for me, buddy?
Hey, BJ, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I was thinking, I don't know if it's the most important, but it's one of them. It's got to be, is shelter. I think that was one of the most important inventions for mankind.
Shelter. It's interesting. I guess in a way that's an invention, but isn't that what all creatures do? They just go, if you go in the sand like a clam, isn't that your shelter?
Well, we used to seek refuge in trees, and then pretty much didn't do anything for a couple million years until we started, building houses.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, again, innovation and invention, it's hard for me, So did we innovate on something that we normally had? Well, like you said, we had shelter and trees, and then we went and built houses and whatever we did. So, but, it's still, shelter's important. I'm not going to argue with you on that.
What about a microwave? Someone just texted.
Oh, nice. Definitely for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For you and all your frozen meals.
All right. So, he's gone. Yeah. You are not. When my mother passed away, it was either my dad would give us vegetables that were in water and call it vegetable soup until the microwave came. I mean, we had the worst.
Did you at least heat the water up?
Yeah, he served it to me in a dish. It was basically water with no broth.
I'm just picturing frozen broccoli in a cup of water.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, he was like, here you go. Here's your vegetable soup. And I'm like, Dad, it's mixed vegetables from a can. What the hell is this?
It's awesome.
Yeah, and it was like, and then when he bought that microwave, I'm like, Dad, you know what? That was the smartest thing you've ever done.
We get to live. Yay.
Yeah.
A lot of people are guessing the telephone.
That's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2. See, we have some smart people.
The cell phone. I mean,
that's
I think most people would say the cell phone might be the greatest invention of our generation.
Yeah. I would argue that no, it's the smartphone.
Well, that's what I mean.
Oh, well, it's because a cell phone is different than a smartphone. But
yes, I mean the flip phone.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
no, you're right.
At the time, we thought the flip phone was amazing, but the smartphone is for us Star Trek fans. It is a tricorder. It's amazing.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The smartphone, because you got everything at your fingertips.
Yeah. It's a communicator and a tricorder together now that I think about it. It's everything I wanted from Star Trek in one device.
We have the smartphone, and yet we're still so dumb.
Hey, look at that. Deep words.
Sometimes I feel like it does make us dumber. Mm-hmm. It should go with the dumb phone.
All right. Why not, Steve?
Hey, Steve, did you pick up the new dumb phone?
Yes. I got the dumb phone pro.
I got the dumbest one.
There you go. Hey, what do you think was picked as the best plot twist from a TV show or a movie of all time? Oh, this is going to be great to argue over this. Well, we're going to talk about it. I'll tell you at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.